There comes a moment in almost everyone's life when they quietly realize they are not becoming the person they hope to be. It usually doesn't happen dramatically. There is no perfect speech or life-changing event. It happens during ordinary moments, maybe late at night, while scrolling endlessly through a phone, or while watching someone else succeed and wondering why your own life feels stuck. Deep down, many people know they are capable of more, yet they continue repeating the same habits that slowly drain their energy, confidence, and ambition. The hardest truth about self-improvement is that nobody can do it for you. People can motivate you, inspire you, and support you, but eventually there comes a point where you must decide that you are tired of your own excuses. Most people want to change, but very few are willing to become uncomfortable long enough to create it. They want confidence without facing fear, success without discipline, and a better future while repeating the same habits that created their current situation. But life doesn't work that way. Your future is shaped by what you repeatedly do, not by what you occasionally wish for. Modern life makes self-improvement harder because distractions has become normal. Everyday people are flooded with entertainment, notifications, short videos, and endless noise. Hours disappear without meaning, attention spans become weaker, minds become exhausted, and focus becomes rare. The dangerous part is that this lifestyle feels comfortable. Distraction protects people from facing themselves. Silence forces people to think about their problems, goals, fears, and the life they are avoiding. That is why so many people stay busy without actually moving forward. Many people spend years waiting for motivation to save them. They believe one day they will suddenly wake up feeling inspired enough to completely transform their lives. But motivation is unreliable. Some mornings you feel focused and powerful, other mornings you feel tired and discouraged. If your progress depends entirely on motivation, it will constantly collapse. The people who truly change their lives are not the most motivated people. They are the people who learn how to act even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is built through small moments that seem insignificant at first. It is waking up when you said you would. It is finishing something after the excitement disappears. It is choosing long-term growth instead of temporary comfort. These small decisions shape identity over time. Every action becomes a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. One of the biggest mistakes people make during self-improvement is trying to change everything overnight. They create unrealistic routines, expect immediate results, and push themselves too hard too quickly. For a few days, they feel unstoppable, but eventually, the pressure becomes overwhelming and they quit. Then they blame themselves and believe they lack discipline, when the real problem was their approach. Real growth is slow. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. A strong mindset, emotional control, and meaningful success all require consistency over long periods of time. The truth is that self-improvement is often repetitive and boring. There is nothing glamorous about waking up early every day, exercising consistently, reading regularly, or practicing a skill for years. Social media celebrates dramatic transformations, but real change usually looks invisible for a very long time. Most people quit because they think nothing is happening. They fail to understand that small actions compound over time. The results appear later, after months of consistency. Another difficult part of self-improvement is learning how to control your mind. Many people live with constant negative thoughts without realizing how deeply those thoughts affect their Another difficult part of self-improvement is learning how to control your mind. Many people live with constant negative thoughts without realizing how deeply those thoughts affect their behavior. When someone repeatedly tells themselves they are weak, lazy, unattractive, or incapable, eventually the brain accepts those thoughts as truth. That belief shapes actions. People stop trying because they already expect failure. They avoid opportunities because they fear embarrassment. They settle for less because they believe they deserve less. Confidence is not something people are simply born with. Confidence is built through evidence. Every difficult thing you survive becomes proof that you are stronger than you thought. That is why discomfort is necessary for growth. The more you avoid difficult situations, rejection, responsibility, or failure, the more fear controls your life. But when you face discomfort repeatedly, your mind adapts. You become stronger, calmer, and more resilient. Failure itself is not what destroys people. What destroys people is the meaning they attach to failure. Some people fail once and decide they are failures forever. Others fail and treat the experience as part of the learning process. Every successful person has experienced setbacks, rejection, and moments of doubt. The difference is that they continued anyway. There is also a lonely side to self-improvement that few people talk about. When you begin changing your habits and standards, not everyone will support you. Some people will mock your goals or doubt your discipline. Others may feel uncomfortable because your growth reminds them of the changes they refuse to make in their own lives. Growth often requires separating yourself from environments and habits that keep you stuck. That process can feel painful, but staying in places that destroy your potential is even more painful in the long run. The people around you influence your mindset more than you realize. Habits spread, standards spread. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, excuses, and low ambition, eventually those attitudes shape your behavior. The same applies to your digital environment. What you consume every day affects your thinking, confidence, and focus. Your mind becomes a reflection of what you feed it consistently. Physical health also plays a major role in self-improvement. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition, stress, and inactivity damage emotional stability and mental clarity. Exercise is not only about appearance, it teaches discipline, patience, resilience, and self-respect. Taking care of your body sends a message to yourself that your life matters. Comparison is another trap that destroys progress. Social media has created a culture where people constantly compare their struggles to other people's highlights. Someone always appears richer, happier, more successful, or more attractive. But comparison blinds people from seeing their own progress. Every person has a different journey, different timing, and different struggles. Life is not a race, yet many people destroy their peace trying to keep up with everyone else. Patience is one of the most underrated forms of strength. Most people quit because they expect results too quickly. They want transformation without time, but meaningful change requires persistence. Skills do not develop instantly. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. The process often feels slow, especially in the beginning, but consistency always creates results eventually. At its core, self-improvement is not about becoming better than other people. It is about becoming better than the person you used to be. It is about building self-respect through discipline, honesty, responsibility, and growth. It is about learning how to keep moving forward even when life becomes difficult. There will still be difficult days. There will still be moments of doubt, frustration, and setbacks. Self-improvement doesn't remove pain from life. It simply makes you stronger and more capable of handling it. The goal is not perfection because perfection does not exist. The goal is progress. The goal is becoming someone you are proud to be, even when nobody else is watching. Years from now, people often realize that their lives changed because of small decisions repeated consistently over time, a few better habits, a few stronger choices, a little more discipline each day. Change rarely arrives all at once. It is built slowly, quietly, through ordinary moments that eventually transform everything. And perhaps the most important lesson of all is this: no matter how far behind you feel, no matter how many mistakes you have made, and no matter how long you have been stuck, your life can still change. But change begins the moment you stop waiting for motivation, stop waiting for perfect conditions, and finally decide to take responsibility for your future.